Welcome to Grayling Imprint TV. This is your host, Christopher Michael Cooper, social media brand ambassador, social media marketer, and uh, graphic design specialist and screen printer by trade. And I also am a titanium rock musician. Check out sacredimprintofficial.com, freelancegraphicdesign.org, 989-350-5548. If you have any business inquiries or hell, if you want to lay down a track with me and lay down some vocals with me if you're a talented artist, and this life is not pretend at gmail.com. Without further ado, let's jump into this video. This channel, first off, Grayling Imprint TV, any likes and subscriptions would be an awesome plus. This channel is a business slash graphic design slash music channel for entrepreneurs and for people that want to run a music and design company or any kind of business that's a startup. This channel's for you, Grayling Imprint TV. Without further ado, like I said, let's jump into the tips I'm going to share with you today on this channel. 989-350-5548 for business inquiries. This life is not pretend at gmail.com, freelancegraphicdesign.org, and sacredimprintofficial.com. So as a small business owner, one of the biggest points that I express on Grayling Imprint TV is that you really need to be out there on every social media platform that you can that works for you. Now, don't go and just make accounts to every social media platform because I told you that. Find what works best for you with social media. Engage daily on social media. What I mean by this, when you're engaging on social media, you're not spamming people. Hey, buy this, buy that. I want to sell you this. I want to sell you my tracks. I want to sell you my design work. That's not how social media works. That looks very unprofessional. What you want to do on social media is go into the accounts. You want to like everybody as many posts as you can. You want to actually read their posts. You want to look at their posts and interact with their posts. And this will, if you do this on a daily basis consistently and spend a few hours a day for a year, I guarantee you're going to see major results. In 4 months on Twitter, I went from about 0 followers to almost 3,000 followers and all I simply did was go down and read these people's posts and interact with them. And that has built my Twitter account up. I know almost 3,000 followers on Twitter is not a whole lot, but it is a start for only being in business for 4 months. Now, when you find the social media platforms that work well for you, engage on those the most and leave the others alone so you could have time to put your content out there and you're not just being consumed and being a content consumer like I said in my last video. So this is a very key factor. Everything music and business wise these days is on social media. Twitter, for instance, you could go in there. They have lists on Twitter. People create lists, and you could find musicians and shoot them a message and be like, "Hey, bro, do you want to collaborate with me?" I wouldn't say, "Hey, bro." Make it look professional, and you want to tell them that their music and their content's great to start. You don't want to jump into asking them to collaborate. You want to keep in touch with these people for at least a week, I would say. And if you could talk to people for at least a week, then you could build a relationship to where you could ask them if they would like to collaborate with you. And this really helps. There's a bunch of journalists, there's a bunch of business owners, there's graphic designers, there's musicians out there on Twitter. There's lists to find these people. And you could find a lot of people to collaborate with you or be a business partner with you by doing this. So that's my biggest tip that I want to share with you on this video. Next, I'm going to talk about Instagram. Instagram is a great way to get your professional business out there. And Instagram works basically on pictures. And one of the strategies, that I'm going to share with you about Instagram is you want to post pictures, really decent pictures on there. And in the description, you want to go ahead and what I do is I leave tips on graphic design and music and stuff that helps people learn about this industry. And after I leave the tip, I leave my URL link in the description. And this makes you look really, really professional because Instagram is a really, really great social media platform as well as Twitter. Um, that being said, Pinterest is another one that I'm going to mention. Same thing. You want to follow as many people as you can on Pinterest. You want to pin posts and interact on Pinterest. I don't honestly use Pinterest as much. For me, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and SoundCloud and Reverb Nation are the top social media platforms that I use as a graphic designer and musician. Like I said, Grayling Imprint TV and This Life is Not Pretend Grayling Design has been in business since August 2017. We've made a little bit over $100 in sales in 4 months. That's not a whole lot, but at least I'm getting somewhere with that. Like I said, my Twitter's going up to 3,000 followers simply because I'm just interacting and engaging on a daily basis and spending a few hours every day to engage on social media with other people, and I'm building a network slowly. Hell, I was watching a video yesterday. Sony Music, did you know Sony Music and these major record labels will not look at an artist or even listen to an artist if they don't have a big enough network? And I'm talking at least 100,000 or more people in their network, then a major label is not going to look at you. Your biggest chances for a major label to look at you and pick you up is by building your network as big as you can. Hell, if you get 2 million people in your network, then shit, I would hire a music attorney and agent, and I would shop your demo at that point. If you could build your company up to that, music is a business, and you want to build your business up to the biggest network you can to get the music industry to look at you if you're trying to go major. And with graphic design, how do you get your foot in the door with graphic design? I'm going to share a tip with you on this. My best advice for this would to be to learn everything you can about graphic design. At least get into a trade school and learn about graphic design. After you finish trade school, do your internship, and I would go ahead and learn as much as you can about screen printing and get on with a local print shop, because as a graphic designer, when you start and get your foot in the door, you are going to be helping around a print shop and you're going to be doing a lot of screen printing. So these are my biggest tips that I could share with you um, about graphic design music. Me being a businessman, a graphic designer, and a musician, I hope that these tips provide you value. Grayling Imprint TV is all about providing value to other people. Next, networking with other musicians is a great way to cross promote your music with other musicians. If you are featuring another well known artist on your track, it's a way of cross promoting. Now, if you're getting up there and doing shows with other artists, when you're tuning your guitar in between songs on a set, maybe you could have somebody else that's playing the venue jump up there on the mic and make that show memorable. Have a rent a party bus, rent a limo or something if you could find a way to pay for that, and have all everybody that shows up to the show take a limo ride and go party in the limo or the party bus, and make that would make it a memorable show. Don't just get up on stage and be boring and do the same thing over and over. You want to get up there. You want to have maybe a skit will work. Throw a backdrop down, get some lighting effects, some fog machines, and get up there and move around on stage, kick shit over, and then make it a very memorable experience for somebody. That's how you're gonna draw at a show. If somebody remembers, oh wow, I went to so and so's concert, and the band actually rented a limousine and took us all to Burger King before the show, and then he let us hang out with him after the show, and he put on an awesome performance. And that's how you're going to draw crowds to a theater and on future shows. I hope these tips are really valuable to you, and this is the updated tips that I've just recently been studying the most, and I hope it helps you. One more tip I'm going to throw out there is learn SEO. Become a nerd as a business owner, and graphic designer and musician. Become a nerd. Learn how to do coding, web coding, and HTML, and learn how to do SEO and get your social media posts and your YouTube posts and everything you post your content online, because the internet's based up on content. Get all of that to uh, be properly tagged with keywords and do proper SEO so you rank high in the Google and search engine search results so you can be found, because the more content you get out there that's ranking and the more content that's high quality content, when it's ranking and it's high quality and it's saturating the internet, this is how you make it and you get noticed and get recognized for your music or your business. And another thing I want to mention is PR. Learn how to write a good press release. I recommend PR Web. And I would use their free resources, but I would upgrade to PR Web Pro and use all their services to get your press releases out there so you could get media coverage. Hell, I got lucky with my rock project. I have some media publicity, excuse me. I'm working on getting into the Huffington Post and some other uh, newspapers right now, which is the first tier. Huffington Post is first tier, like Entrepreneur is second tier, and magazines like Time Magazine, that's third tier. You got to work yourself up the ladder. You got to start out and try to get published in things like Huffington Post, which is first tier. And if you get published in a few of those first tier publications, then you're gonna get people like Entrepreneur, Inc. Magazine to list you, which are second tier. They're gonna be willing to give you more of a chance to give you press coverage. And if you could get all the way to the second tier and work your way up the ladder to there, then you're gonna have a hell of a lot of easier time getting like Time Magazine or People Magazine to feature you in their PR, press releases, and press publicity and press coverage is a great thing for musicians and business owners. That's how people get recognized and famous. Um, Another thing I want to mention in this video is uh, exposure. That publicity with the press is really good exposure, but so is radio shows. If you could get on with a local radio station or internet radio station by building network connections with these people in your local area, then that's a good way to get publicity. Exposure any way you can is going to help you get publicity and help you make sales when you become a recognized business owner or a recognized musician. Yeah, so I hope these tips help you and provide you value. This is a certified graphic designer, social media brand ambassador, graphic design specialist, and business owner, uh, Christopher Michael Cooper. I am also a titanium rock musician. Like I said, check out sacredimprintofficial.com and freelancegraphicdesign.org. Until next time on Grailing Imprint TV, you guys, you really take care and Happy New Year.